Underground dialogue. We gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are. Do we bow? No, not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. Underground dialogue. We gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are. Do we bow? No, not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. From the industry to the Oval Office, we expose the darkest motives of them all and disclose what the protocol is. Thinking and moving logical, stopping every maneuver possible, and apologizing for truth is not optional. We gon' help you with what you go through, reshape and mold you, and sweep over them weak lies they told you. If you living with no clue, we gon' deprogram the old you, and you
What's
get
good,
to
man?
keep your
It's
soul
your big
too.
brother K-Reno, and y'all are tuned in to another episode of the Underground Dialogue podcast, where the name speaks for itself. I'm in here with my brother and co-host
Keystone,
and we are not playing with y'all today
at all.
I mean, at all.
It's legend time,
man. Look, you said it. You can tell on here, bro. It's legend time, man.
Yeah, man.
And we got two hip hop's biggest legends, and definitely H-Town's biggest legend in the building with us today, man. We got the Fifth Ward boys up in this thing, man.
What's up?
Low light, man. What's going on, man?
What's good, man? What's good with it?
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm so honored to have y'all in here, cause I was telling E outside before we even came in. This really is gonna be my first time getting a chance to just sit down with y'all.
Right.
Just have, we see each other in passing.
Right.
And it's always love, quick, but we never had a chance to just chop it up.
Right.
And I want to talk about this with y'all because this is an example of the kind of love that legends get and that legends deserve. We were at the 3-2 tribute last weekend, right?
Right.
And they had a lot of great artists performing. I mean, it was full of legends in there that night. Now, when the Fifth Ward boys came on the stage, something happened that I didn't see happen when a lot of other artists got on the stage. And that's not no disrespect to nobody, but just the reality.
Okay.
When y'all got on that stage, everybody started walking up towards the front.
Wow.
And I don't know if y'all peeped that, but everybody came to the front because, in my opinion, I think that y'all are one of the more underrated artists to come out of the H. And if people don't see y'all a lot, they don't see y'all a lot.
Right.
So when they saw you, it was like, boom.
Yeah.
Did y'all feel that? And if you did, what did that feel like, man? Both of y'all can answer that question.
You want to go first, or
So normally, like, it's depending on where we at. We because we one of the ones, like, we can perform and we do certain songs if it's a place where people get active to us.
Right.
We let them really perform with us because they really like word for word or whatever. If that's one of their favorite songs or something, so we let people get active with them. And then a lot of times, if they're far away from us, we tend to tell people to come closer to us.
Yeah.
So that night was like it was almost like family too. A lot, like everybody in there was like good to see you, good to see people that we had saw in a while.
Yeah.
So when people was like coming close to us, we felt like we was just in the living room at the house,
Right.
and we felt a vibe like we doing this for. Yeah, like we do. Yeah, like almost like 3-2 was there.
Yeah, man.
That's our brother.
Man.
Yeah. I didn't see it. I didn't see it to that capacity of what you spoke on, but I didn't see it until the day after when people had posted
Watching
videos.
the footage.
I was like, wow, that was dope right there. But I was so into it, feeling the energy.
Yeah, because when P.W.A. come on,
Exactly.
it's all over.
But that's why I said I don't think they underrated.
Yeah.
Because
I do.
Because I think Fifth Ward Boys is one of them groups. They got the same amount of love on the north and the south.
Yeah.
It's a couple of songs that's my theme music, especially that I don't love these hoes and just play these hoes like Sega. I don't want to because it makes it. And anytime you hear them, I just want to hear that. I'm in the 98.
Bro. Man, I mean, it's a blessing.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be like just ingrained in that H-Town history and that culture? Because y'all do have songs like Keystone was saying that play them 50 years from now. Y'all get on stage. Y'all like on some Rolling Stone stuff. I can get up there and sing a song 50 years from now, and people gonna rock out. How that got to be a good feeling, bro?
It is a good feeling, you know.
Yeah.
It is a good feeling, I must say, man. But even though we're from Houston, man, we went through so much, man. So many adversities, man. So many situations that kind of blocked us from getting to the point where we're supposed to get to. So it feels good to receive the love, you know what I'm saying? Even though we still kind of feel like we underrated because it was so much going on back then. There was so much hate going on back then. There was people that loved us, but there was still people that hated us due to some other stuff, you know what I mean? But we always try to keep it positive. You know, we got songs that, we got a lot of positive songs like we were just speaking about earlier. People gravitate to negativity. They just gravitate to that. So songs like Thanks for the Blessing, songs like Situations, songs like Mama used to pray, you know, Mama used to say, Mama still praying. A song we got with Scarface called what's the name of that joint?
I Know.
I Know. You know, we got real good songs that talk about real life, and people love them. But that P.W.A. song,
I get tired of it.
you know what, man? I'm gonna tell the truth, man. It was like when we put that song out, bro, and we was, you know, traveling around the world doing shows. That song, especially at the Capitol Beach party, that was going on back there too. So we performed out there, and man, the females used to just rush on stage, man, and they just did they thing. Man, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was like, this is a powerful song, man.
Yeah.
And we was just telling the truth in the song. You know, it wasn't. We didn't think it was gonna be as big as it was. You know, I thought it was a comedy song when we first did it, but it still got legs on it, man. You know what I'm saying?
A hit is a hit, man. And but it was interesting that you mentioned those other positive songs that y'all had too, that you clearly take a lot of pride in, man, and songs that I know we need a lot in this day and age.
Right.
Especially because I think, you know, I've asked different people, man, how we as facing to see, like, do you think that it's crazier now than it was back when we was coming up? And, you know, the good point was, like, say, man, no, just social media. Everybody's still doing the same type of stuff, man. Talk about y'all early days, man, and just how y'all even came together and formed as a unit, the Fifth Ward Boys, as we know them, man.
Oh man, it was beautiful, man. It was a beautiful occasion how it happened.
What year was that?
92, 3, 92,
93.
93.
93.
Yeah.
It really was 92.
It was 92, but it actually
Yeah.
really was like real close to 93 that we actually was a unit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, 92. We was trying to put it together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then Low Life, he had more experience than us because he had recorded a song with Too Much Trouble. They was already on Rapper Life.
The Baby Ghetto Boy.
Baby Ghetto Boys, man. So,
And I'm gonna tell you what's crazy about that. Like, I felt the opportunity was like awesome, right? But the song that I actually did to get in the door wasn't something that I really was, you know, I'm really cool with saying. So the song was called "Take the Pussy."
I forgot the name of it.
We got a verse on there. I ain't never took none, never will. You know?
Right.
But so I was like, I had to look at it from an artist, you know, not painting the picture. The picture was painted pretty good, you know, and it was a safe, you know, safe. I call it a sexy case.
Yeah.
It was a safe verse that I did on there, but so what happened was we did a concert and I did that verse and Lil J was there.
Yeah.
So he like, man, I like your voice. He didn't even say nothing about the song.
Right.
But I'm glad he didn't. But he was like, I don't want you to do nothing else like that again. But he was like, man, he said, I like your voice or whatever. So make a long story short, he was like, write a couple songs. If you write a song, write a couple songs and get with me. And I wind up running into B.W., which is Scarface road manager, and he was right there by the house. He had broke down, and he had told me that Lil J supposed to be going over to do a record shop. Yeah. And matter of fact, it's gonna be some boys over there, not knowing it was E-Rock and Double O. Right. He was like, so I'm just going over there just to I want to meet Jay. He told me that we still young, so I did what he said. So I'm looking for him. I find him, and I go over there. Before he get there, they was there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they had already been, writing together and putting their thing together, whatever. And I went and I did a couple songs. I did Deep in the Hole.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go real hard.
Right. Bring out your best.
Yeah, and then I did Jack and Rednecks for Rolex. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then they broke it down to me after Jay got there, and Dewey, he was like, man, so these boys been working hard and stuff like that. I came in there to really do a solo. I had been knowing Rock.
Right.
We stayed right
so
down
y'all
the
knew
street.
each other. Okay.
Yeah, we stayed right down the street from each other, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he was like, well, I want to put these out because they already been working together.
Yeah.
And we'll work on the solo unless you want to get in the group.
Right.
I'm like, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I'm like, that might not never happen.
Right.
So I was like, if they don't mind, let me get in the group and we can go from there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Man, first of all, that's deep. Ain't nobody finna turn down that solo and get in no group.
Right.
So that was strong for you to even have that kind of heart to say, man, I come in and join with these guys. Cause 99 out of 100 would say, well, I'm gonna go and do my solo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait on it.
Yeah.
I had a lot of, from knowing Rock and what they was for him to say that, I had no knowledge to my own to know that like they must be pretty damn good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They must be pretty damn good to go ahead and say that. So I'm like, I'm gonna take a shortcut. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna at least get on a couple songs. I told them, I say, hey, put me in the group. If they all right with it, I'm good.
So Rock, y'all was like, come on with it. Let's get it on.
Yeah, we was. I was really trying to push it because I knew both of these guys, but they never knew each other.
Yeah.
So I went to school with P.W.A at Wheatley. We played basketball together, you know, had classes. And he went to Wheatley first, and then he transferred to Milby. So I had met him back then when he was going to Wheatley through some mutual friends. And man, when he came through the record store, I was like, man, we got Nash over here. We got Dub right here, man. We finna have some fun. Let's get this group going. So, man, after that, we was just trying to come up with a name after that.
Right.
We even put a show together right there on 610 past Astro Village back then.
Astro Village.
Right on the feeder, man. You know, we had a concert and we still didn't have a name for the group. So we was just like, we Fifth Ward.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We named ourselves the Record Shop. We was jamming records for a minute.
We had a bunch of corny names.
We still trying to come up with it, you know.
So how y'all land on that Fifth Ward? Like we boys and we from Fifth Ward. How y'all?
That is. That's pretty much because it was like, man, you know, because we was really trying to get away from the boys thing. As far as the ghetto boys, these boys and these boys, but like it made sense because all three of us were from Fifth Ward.
Right.
So we just it made it quicker. To not everybody be thinking like I got a good name. I got a good name too. You know what I'm saying? So it just fitted all of us. So we just ran with it. Like
sometimes you can overthink stuff like that. Sometimes keeping it simple be the best way to really rock it out in the first place, man.
It seems like, I was gonna say, it seems like that was one thing that Jay used to do a lot. Cause I think Scarface got sort of the same story where he's in one penny, he wanted to put him in a group. Willie D said he had the same story too, where he was one deep and they put him in a group. Is that something like the formula that Jay used to use? Cause now that I'm thinking about it, it was mostly groups.
I think I'm down there. Brock elaborated on. I think more because with rappers. It had a few groups, when they had the, Poor Righteous Teachers.
Groups was big back then.
Right. And so R&B had, like nowadays, everybody's solo. They ain't really got no groups no more in R&B. So it was more R&B that had groups, and then, like it wasn't really a whole lot of solo stuff, back then. It had a few, but it wasn't a lot. But, groups, people came together and like, man, we could make a whole lot more.
That's what I was going to say. You can make it to pump up the songs real quick. There's a verse or two.
Because so he had took the thing like when I left Wheaton and went to Milby, I started meeting people like the Devin the Dude, Jug Muff, the Oscar, all of them. What's the name? The terrorists.
Dope.
They EJB went to Milby.
That's right.
I went to school with all these dudes And so it was like, so to just put 3 different people we was from 3 different parts of Fifth Ward at some point.
Yeah.
So we brought the hood together.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that the whole group thing, like, out right in our hood used to beef.
Yeah.
Like, Tough in the Park,
Yeah.
Good Park, we want to play some ball together. We would fight against each other with the skating ring and all that. But we actually brought the whole hood together.
Man.
When we put Fifth Ward together.
When you put Fifth Ward in it, because now that's all of us.
That's all of us.
It ain't this hood, that hood,
Yeah.
tucked
Right.
inside the hood. That's all of us. Yeah, that's deep. And y'all probably didn't even see it like that at the time.
We didn't. Nah, we was young. We wasn't thinking like that.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
but
amazing.
We saw it later though.
oh yeah, most definitely.
right,
Yeah,
right.
because we even thought like, you know, it was so crazy because a lot of people just was like certain things went on in different hoods out of Houston.
Right.
And like certain type of haircuts, certain type of cars and slabs and different way they did it different. But when you had a unit that could take 3 people and go out of town, and they asked about Houston.
Now you
Now
about the,
now you know about the whole instead
yeah.
of like, I mean, how you like we're a unit, you know what I'm saying?
Man. Oh, and so you find that out when you go out of town too, because a lot of times you go out of town and just be different situations, different groups on the same bill that's from your city. Hey, it's y'all against the world if something happen. So it's like we ain't worried about no South Park, Fifth Ward, Third Ward. It's like, hey, bro, we H-Town.
We H-Town.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a unifying presence right there, man. So how you end up at Milby? How you end up going from Fifth Ward to end up over? That was in my mind the whole time. Yeah.
People, they're like, you know, it was like then, laugh at you.
Right.
So that wasn't the last school I got kicked out of.
Okay.
So I went from Wheatley, and I left to go over to pursue my acting career.
Yeah.
And they had a better program on the acting side over there. So I left Wheatley. And then another thing, I wasn't doing too good grade wise at Wheatley. I didn't want to fail and go back and be with the so I left there and I went over to Milby for 2 years and did a lot of things over there. Met a lot of people and class climbed around to where when I was over there, I wound up missing the whole 12th grade. Acting the damn football.
Right.
And I failed over there.
Yeah.
So I wound up leaving there at Milby, and I wound up going to EFR, and I was like, man, I can't be one of them dudes at 20 years old just graduating. Because I still want to graduate. So I wound up going to EFR over there on the east side, and I wound up graduating over there.
Bouncing around.
I bounced around, yeah.
Yeah, people that bounce around like that, they usually have ways to make, they the ones that just very got the best personality, they can make friends like crazy.
Right.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And you know that too, it getting your pass in different hoods too. It's like,
Yeah, you do.
You go to school with everybody from this neighborhood. I'm here, he cool, he good.
Yeah.
So E, when y'all start hitting the studio, what was that process like? Say, how y'all sit down and start coming up with songs? Y'all just got together. Was it just, hey man, beats? Or, hey man, what we gonna do? How we gonna come up with these concepts? And all that?
Oh man, it was, man. As far as getting in the studio, man, that was a battle.
Yeah.
You know, because Rap-A-Lot had too much talent as it is.
Man,
you know,
hell of a roster.
You had to fight your way in the studio.
Yeah.
You had to earn your way in the studio. So, me and P.W.A, we first went to the studio, met Vito. We started meeting all the fellas, man. So, we was excited. Man. We went and saw the studio, but we didn't record them. We just got to meet people.
Right.
So they had a studio right here off Jungle Star. It was called Jungle Star right here off
I remember.
Jumping.
Yeah.
It was lit over there, man. I'm talking about, you know, Rap-A-Lot had Ghetto Boys, 3-2, and Big Mike the Convicts, Choice, the Terrorists.
Yeah, Mellow,
Big Mellow, Gangsta Nip. It was just too much.
Another roster, man.
So everybody trying to get in the studio. Everybody looking for Beto. You know, everybody want N.O. Joe to do the beats because his drums was slapping. You know, it was crazy. So me and P.W.A ended up being security guards at the studio. We wanted to get in there so bad. So somebody broke in the studio one night. That's how that came about. Somebody broke in there, stole some equipment, and they was like, "Damn, somebody gonna have to stay here."
Yeah.
We was the first ones raise our hand, like,
right.
"Oh yeah, if we stay here, we thinking like if we stand here, we watch the studio, we got action to try to get some beats." You know what I'm saying? The first, soon as Beto come through the door, hey man, give us a beat, man. But he cooking up beats, and we sitting there watching and looking. And when he finished the beat, hey man, I can't wait to get on that. Oh, this was Scott. Oh, we gonna shoot this to Big Mike.
Right.
This for Ghetto Boy. Right. So,
yeah, man.
Hey man, the first beat that we ever got, bro, was the first song we ever recorded was called Down Ass Niggas.
Yeah.
So we went to Beto house and recorded that song, so we was excited. After that, we couldn't get in the studio. So it was a beat that N.O. Joe made, and it was a beat that Beto made.
Yeah.
We all in the studio, Jay walk in, everybody fight, want that one beat.
Right.
He was like, shit, okay, everybody come in here then.
Yeah.
Whoever rap the best, that's who get the beat. I'm like,
That's a good impression too.
Oh, yeah, I was in my mind, I was like,
That's a good
I was like, he's about to do a pretty good Jay. That's a pretty good impression. That's pretty good right there.
Yeah, whoever get the beat, that's whoever rap the best get the beat.
Yeah.
I walk out the room, I'm like, God damn, man. God damn, it's like 20 niggas in here, man. I'm like, man, God damn, how we gonna get this beat? So everybody rapping on the beat.
Yeah.
It was this one beat. It was I wanted this beat bad, man. It was my first solo song on the first album we did, and the name of the song was called Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Yeah.
Okay.
That beat came on. It was a fast-paced beat, and everybody couldn't catch that fast pace, but I was able to catch it. And man, Jay said, shit, that's your beat.
Bad game.
I said, God.
Bad game.
I ran out the room.
I got it.
I ran in the parking lot. I was like, shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's over with.
The
Man.
lottery.
But yeah, that's what kind of activity it was as far as trying to get in the studio and get beats. We had to battle.
Oh, see, but you know
That
what?
bring out the beast in
But that's genius, though. That's genius on Jay's part because he basically just throwed y'all in the pit and said,
So he made you come with it.
One piece of meat.
Right.
Because it's gonna bring out everybody's best more so than if he'd just, hey man, y'all just chilling and relax. Here's a beat for you. Here's a beat for you. You know, it might not have brought that dog out as much.
Let me tell you this story, man. It was one, like, this was kind of happening like almost every night. So it was one night, Gangsta Nip was there, man. They put this beat on.
Yeah.
Nip was walking around. He took his shirt off. He was like, I'm finna go hard, psycho.
Yeah.
Big Chief was in there. He was like, come on, Nip. Come on, Nip. He ain't him on. Nip said, He went and cut the lights out.
In the 90s, and the lights is going off, the shirt coming off, and psych mode kicking in.
Psych mode kicked in, man. All I remember is he cut the lights out.
Yeah.
I bagged up in the corner. You know, I got against the wall. Everybody, I couldn't see nobody, but the music was loud. And Nip was in the middle of the floor freestyling.
Yeah.
And he was going so hard, man.
80 people died on that song. I already know that one verse. 80 people died.
3 dogs.
Carnage.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even want to rap no more, man. After he finished, man, because when they turned the lights back on, it was just holes in the wall. He was beating on the wall. It's like 5 or 6 holes in the wall. Chief like, oh yeah, Nip, you went out, but you gonna pay for that, man. I was like, well, I don't want to rap tonight. I come back tomorrow.
Yeah, we got the fifth wall.
Shout out to Gangsta Nip, man.
Yeah, shout out to Nip,
man. Welcome. With the nip. But yeah, man, that's a beautiful thing because I know that competitive atmosphere brought out the best in y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
But with nothing promised.
See, we was coming fresh out of high school, man. So I was already listening to these guys in high school. I'm already a fan before I meet them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm jamming the Terrorists. I'm jamming Ghetto Boys, Gangsta Nip, Choice, Baby Ghetto Boys. You know, I got all these cassette tapes.
Yeah.
Not knowing that I was gonna ever be on rap. I didn't know that. I was just in school having fun.
Yeah.
But then, when that time came, I'm like, these guys, I'm trying to learn from them.
Right.
I don't want to compete against them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn from them, but yeah, man.
But people
But going in that pit though, that's what kind of built us up.
Because you just said something, and answer this. So you coming into an environment where you dealing with guys that already have a name already established like that. That could be intimidating for a lot of people. How did y'all shape that? And then at some point did y'all come to the mind and say, hey, look, man, you know, we like these dudes, we jammed it, but hey, we trying to get ours too.
Yeah.
Did y'all ever had that moment like that?
So we pretty much had zoned out
Yeah.
that it was other people.
Yeah.
So we pretty much like, we got to get it. And we wasn't doing it on purpose, but our work ethics towards what we was doing was setting a line for us.
Yeah.
Like it was seeds being planted for us. So people started saying, hey man, I got a beat that sound like it's for y'all.
Man.
Yeah.
So when that started happening,
Yeah.
it's like, so now we got people like, okay, I'm gonna do this for them, but I this sound just like it belong to y'all.
Yeah.
So when we go to the studio, we used to sit in there and it was like they already knew what type of vibe we wanted.
Yeah.
So we might sit in the studio for hours if it wasn't a track already that was actually there for us that was getting played. So we never treat the studio like man, we gotta hurry up and do this and get out of there.
Yeah.
We was a group that we go on the Jack in the Box and get 30 jumbo jacks, fall asleep, wake up the next morning, same beat still playing,
Man.
and you see what I'm saying?
Nah, that's some good old days. Yeah, I'm flashing back while you're talking. Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
so you know once the portion of the our industry,
Yeah.
I mean our label had started catering to us.
Yeah.
It gave us a little more room to know it was something about us that stood out.
What it was the quality, and you believable, and y'all was that chemistry there that's automatic. It's like a three-legged three-leg race where somebody passed the baton, nobody ever dropped it. It seems like it just got better and better and better, and even reminds me a lot of like how UGK is, you know, because it's the combination, which makes the group. You know what I'm saying?
Contrast.
Yeah, the contrast.
Styles.
Yeah.
Nobody sounded like the other cat in the group. That's big in the group.
But y'all always came with it. I mean, like
Being a fan of music,
Right.
make you not want to let other people down.
Yeah.
Like so, you know, then you like when people tell people like, man, y'all can't top that album.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So
get
you,
mad.
you know what I'm saying?
I get mad.
So
Yeah.
when you hear that, it's like,
Yeah.
man, we gotta go hard now.
Yeah.
we gotta go hard.
Yeah, you in the back of your mind like, that's a hard ass album though, but they like, man, y'all gotta do that.
Yeah.
Shit.
We was always told that, like, man, that was a good one, but y'all gotta come on.
Yeah.
now, but think about what he just said with that story. You were talking about where y'all had the battle for the beats.
Yeah.
It's sort of that's our foundation, and that dog said, we gotta come harder than that.
Training, you
It's
already
next week
trained.
now
You gotta
time.
get out there.
Yeah.
You gotta get out there. Yeah. So you know, so being like, so we never looked at it like we gonna be real big and sell outside of Houston. Well, P.W.A. first, because everybody loved us in the hood, because they knew us and they used to stop by the record shop and support us, be all outside, you know. And then it stretched out a little longer, a little further than just. So then when Houston started, when my partner out of South Park, when I went to Millville, I met a couple dudes that, you know, they was like in the streets a little bit, and they like, man, he's like, hey man, I want to ask you, because I was locked up when the song came out. He said, I took a funky cock bitch out of South Park.
I remember that.
So look,
So that was me saying that, man. I had said that because I didn't know. Look, I never knew that line was gonna start some shit.
Yeah.
so my partner,
Man.
so like I was locked up when they said that. I never thought I was gonna make rap again. So when I got out, my partners, I used to go. These partner dudes, I used to go over their house and I can go to sleep. I know their mamas and they got food in there for me and all that. So he, for some reason, that line stuck to him.
Yeah.
My partner out of Pearl Homes in back in South Park. He was like,
He felt some kind of way.
He say, look, what did that mean? What did that mean?
Yeah.
And I said, man, you know, and I ain't really had the right answer, but I wanted to make it right.
And let me call E and ask him what that means.
So I wanted to make it seem like we already talked about that, and it was just something. So I I'm like, I don't want to lose my relationship. You look at me a little different. Do you think like that too? How was that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I said, it's basically like, we ran through all the what we can run through.
Right.
So it'll be more better if we can just get something outside.
She just happened to be from South Park.
But I had a girlfriend in South Park at that time. Only because I had family members that stayed on the South Side. I had family members stayed all around Houston, so I was back and forth, you know. And then when I played football for Wheatley, and you travel from stadium to stadium, especially if you started in 9th grade, you're on the freshman team, you got to go to the backyard of the other school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the backyard of all these schools, and I'm seeing people I know, and then I ain't like to mess with girls at my high school. It was something about it. I didn't want to mess with them. Yeah. So whenever I was able, I wanted to meet a chick from another school so I can go back to Wheeling and brag like, man, I don't mess with no girls at Wheeling, man. I gotta go to Jones, man. She got a word, you know. She might go to MacArthur or something, you know. You never know, but yeah, man, I did have a little chick in South Park, man.
So then later on, ESG said something about on Swing and Bang. That's our partner. He said something about what did he say?
No, I do remember we got banged on the screw tape, baby. I never remember somebody say, man, did y'all know 3-2 and these boys rolled? I was
they shot one at y'all.
Yeah, I was like, for real? Why? When I heard it, I just bust out laughing. Man, I was like, wow.
So
I know why they said. I know what. It wasn't no.
You didn't mean there's no dick, but I ain't gonna lie. Back then, cause I remember that I was just on the outskirts of hearing about that line, and people was feeling some kind of way about it. Yeah. See, you couldn't hardly say another hood in your rap if you was from another hood, unless you was just clearly propping them up. You say, man, bro, Raheem, he had a line in one of his songs. All he said was, go to South Park and get a Timmy Chan plate. Everybody went crazy on Raheem. The man just went to Timmy Chan and people went there. They was ready, they were ready to go to war as if to say, hey man, if you live on inside of town, you can't even come get a Wayne there from Timmy Chan.
Look, Mello had a song where he got a line in there where he said, I had to shut him down in Mo City.
I remember that.
The situation sticky.
I remember that.
They was going at him on that one.
Yeah.
I remember.
Bro, look, Face took heat from being from South Park. And he called, he said, I'm going to call up my homies from the Boyz. And boys in the hood was mad. It's like, we were just more hood sensitive back in the
I was just going to say, man, to be real about it, it was this beef that just was like, we wasn't in the same city. Because like the skating ring, they'll come over there. Anybody from the South Side come to the skating ring, it's gonna be a fight. And so the mind was, everybody ain't think like that, but it was enough to keep that. I'm from the South Side. I still got dudes right now, grown men that don't mean no harm. They're like, I'm going on the North Side, man. I'm just stay over here in my hood, man.
Hey, dude, you 48, bro.
Come on, man.
Come on, bro. You still on that?
You don't want to go green for a ball? It's just
your mind the size of a mustard seed.
Man, that's funny. It's so, man, that's hilarious when I look back at it now, man. I can remember all the way up to I heard stories about Kiki being on the North Side singing the South Side song. You know what I'm saying? I was so glad when KB came out. When I represent the North Side.
I still got love for the
man, and I still got love for the South Side. Bro, see, all that's unifying to me. Because these are artists who recognize the tension. You know what I'm saying? Nobody meant no harm about it. Diffuse it, man. When Slim and Kiki did the project, Slim and did the project, all of them was moments in my eyes that were like markers in history. Like, bro, this how it's supposed to be, man. Y'all get off of that. We know about the screw and the switch house now. Get off of that.
Especially when they came with heat. Like even like KB and Lil Fleet. That one there was so heated. I was like, just good music alone would
Bro,
turn that dumb shit out.
Street Military was the example for all of us
everything.
anyway.
Yeah.
Because you had a dude from
Right.
Northside, you had a dude from Highland Clark, had a dude from Southport, had a dude.
Most
Every hood was represented, most city.
Yeah.
Just in that one group.
Street
Yeah.
military.
Street military, not hood military.
Yeah,
Street military.
Yeah,
So
right.
I mean, that's funny. That's
Shout out
funny.
to Street
I
Military.
remember that line. I remember that. And Boyz was in their feeling, but you know what? Now here we are in 2023, and you don't see that. You know, we still proud of our hood. We still hood centric, but we don't see that kind of tension and BS like that. Man, how have y'all been able to just keep y'all's connection and friendship all these years? You know, you see guys come and go, they fall out, you know, and had their issues. How have y'all been able to just keep it going, man?
That line that was spoke on the roof on my brother's keeper. When he said, man, we all we got.
All we got.
Yeah.
So we was in so many different situations to where we was all we had was us. Like when we went out of town,
Everybody
we went, you know what I'm saying?
What happened in my whole picture? I want to hear my
But when we went to certain places and people got shot and killed outside of clubs, or beat up and killed inside of clubs we was at, it was like we had to make sure where we was at. You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't know what they had going on with that. Right. So, and we was in so many different situations to where we, like, to this day, like, we know everything about each other. Might not know everything about each other, but we know enough to where I know to call him. You know what I'm saying? Because he might help me with this. You know what I'm saying? And it's just that brotherhood. Like we had just like a marriage. You know what I'm saying? He had hiccups. You know what I'm saying? But we bigger than the hiccup. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We can drink a glass of water and get over the hiccup.
We
you know
all
what I'm
have
saying?
been every clique.
So that's why, you know, that's because we went through a lot together. And we still here to talk about it.
Like Army brothers.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you know where somebody you gotta watch somebody. He's like in
He in the trenches with
He's in the trenches, but he's responsible to make sure you stay
Right,
alive.
right.
And you responsible to make sure he stay alive.
Pulling the coattail.
Right.
Hey man, come on man, we got right.
And that builds a certain type of respect and bond that you just don't get.
Right. So that kept us. That kept us together. We still do it. We do a lot of things together. You know what I'm saying?
You can tell the chemistry's still there.
Yeah, they're my brothers, man. I love these guys, man. You know, I love them like brothers, man. You know, we know each other, mamas and parents and brothers and sisters. Like it's been a long time relationship, man. So I respect that. And yeah, we went through some ups and downs and turnarounds, but we never let that overcome our whole love for each other, you know.
That's family though. That's the definition of family. And y'all now have spanned generations to where I'm sure, you know, y'all children and like, hey, that's Uncle E, that's Uncle Logan.
That's exactly what they do. When his son called me that, you know what I'm saying? My son's a little younger, but he say, man, I don't write it down. I say, that's still new, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, you know. That's what that is.
And it's a cool thing to have homeboys that you've been knowing all that time. You knew them before their children was even thought of. Now they got grown children. It's like, dude, I've been knowing your daddy longer. You've been knowing your daddy. You know, so that's the beauty of life, man. What about creatively, man? Did y'all ever have any issues creative? Like, man, I don't want to do this song. No, we need to do this one. Hey, have y'all ever had any experience in that?
Yeah, P.W.A.
Who didn't want to do it? See, that'll be me. I'm the so-called conscious guy. Right. Now, around that time, I might have did it, but it was minus the weed and alcohol.
Yeah, he would have been the Navy bean.
It'd have been PNP, bean pie, you know. But who didn't want to do the song?
Double O was the first one, right? He laughed at it. So when we used to go to the studio, right, before we even get there, I take my tablet, I just start writing down ideas, song titles.
Okay.
So by the time I get to the studio that night, I have about 50 song titles, just ideas, right? So I'll pass it around like, hey, check out these ideas I came up with, see if y'all like something. So Double O had the tablet, and he read down the list of each title. He said, pussy, weed, and alcohol. And he bust out there, he was like, man, you stupid, man. Don't nobody want to do no. What made you come up with
knowing
that?
that he was a stupid fuck, so
So yeah,
supposed to be stupid anyway.
I was asleep one night, I was just, you know, I don't know, it's something about it. I done wrote so many raps in my sleep, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
But I was asleep one night and my mind was going, and I'm just in sleep and my mind like come up with something. So I woke up that morning and I'm like, I asked myself, what are the 3 things niggas like the most? I'm in Fifth Ward, you know, all my partners, I'm like, when we gather up, what do these niggas talk about the most?
Yeah.
They gonna talk about going meet some chicks. Somebody gonna say roll up one, and somebody gonna say, man, let's go get some Hennessy, man.
Let's go get fucked up.
I'm like,
Yeah.
pussy, weed, alcohol. Okay, let me write that down. Not never knowing it was gonna be something. So when Double-O read it, he bust out laughing, and it sat there for a little while.
Yeah.
That title sat there for a little while, but I ended up sharing it with Red Boy.
Yeah.
And he was like, that's a dope idea. I was like, yeah, man. I want to get Willie D on there because he can do, when I wrote the verse, when I started off, that first pussy, I got that from Willie D off his first album.
First album. Controversy album.
Yeah. So I was like, I can start the verse off like that, and it'll remind people of Willie D song, and maybe I get some hype off of it. So when I said the verse to Red Boy, he was like, shit, you might as well make that the hook. It's like, man, if we do that, we got to get Willie D on here, man. So I went and did my verse. I called Devin. I wanted Devin to be on there, so Devin came and did the hook. And then Will came and did his verse.
Right.
So, and then Double-O and Low came and did their verse later.
Yeah.
And that's how it all came together, man.
What made y'all push it? Because if you was saying it's just
No, it got pushed. The radio. So
It didn't get pushed.
No, we went through some turmoil first.
Yeah.
So the first beat that we had for P.W.A. was Mary Remix.
Yeah, Mary Jane, Scarface Mary Jane. That was the remix.
So we couldn't be mad like that song did so good, but we were mad at the time when the beat got took from us.
Yeah.
So the lyrics were just floating.
Right.
But
Mike Dean had done that beat too.
But people
Shout out to
still
Mike
had
Dean.
felt like, man, that's a bad song. Like you got some heavy hitters on here. Like we talking about outside of us.
Right.
So like the song was like dangerous. Like, so we gotta put it on a project. So Chief was like, we gonna get somebody to put a beat behind that the lyrics.
Right.
And that's when Mr. Lee.
Yeah, Mr. Lee.
Mr. Lee did that beat?
Mr. Lee did the beat. And JB, rest of JB,
man.
JB.
he
Salute.
played
JB money.
See what I'm saying?
Come on,
money,
He played
man.
the guitar on it, and you can see the vibe how we wrote. So when Willie D had did his verse, and like he was in the studio, and I can remember like he was like, man, I was just listening to the words, God, dog. And he was like, man, so it made him. Like I still remember this day when it came, so it was recorded already. So when the beat got made to that, okay, now we through the project.
Yeah.
So some kind of way, the radio heard this song.
that's how it
Whoever heard it
Yeah.
from the radio station, they had hit Rap-A-Lot and say, man, if they clean that song up. Now we never thinking that this, because it was so nasty, and perverted.
Right.
It's like we ain't even thinking like it's a good song. Don't get us wrong.
Yeah.
But it's other people that had like, man, it's bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
So the radio said if they clean it up, we'll play it. So we came with Women's Season Night Out. But we can, hey,
Radio
look, we
version
made it.
corny
We
as
made
hell,
it. We
man.
made it so quick. But look, so what's crazy about it? How corny the radio version is. Our high school asked us to do this song.
Yeah, we
That's how heavy the
can't
song.
do that.
Hey, look. So we went in Forest Brook High School. We in the gym. We had good intentions on singing the radio version.
Yeah.
That ain't so.
Say, man, we even got, because we play lyrics behind our words.
Yeah.
So man, the song came on, and how can you clean up pussy? What he said in the first part of it. So it gave all access to a teenager to say what their mama done been playing.
But tell you the truth,
Somebody got fired.
Who brought them people? Who brought them people in?
Oh
But
man.
damn, the teachers was in there singing.
that's what I was about to say.
No, it was all accent.
They was
man.
all singing it, man. We was like,
Then I'm like,
Ain't no
I
need us
ain't
to
gonna
be
lie
doing
to you.
this, man. Just
Man,
let them have
you
fun
know,
with it.
man, I deep down up in my skin.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
You
Like
felt, yeah.
these kids singing this song.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
But the crazy thing is, them kids is the one that actually pushed it.
Yeah.
Because it was an
They
underground, it was an underground hit. Now I remember it was an underground hit. They were putting that. It used to be a song too, but Too Short and Lil Kim.
oh yeah. I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
And they pushed it on underground though. You don't hear it on the radio, but
Yeah.
it was pushed so hard underground that the radio had to call you.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
and they did. So we did it another time. We was in Prairie.
Okay.
They wanted, they wanted us performing on the field.
Yeah.
I felt a lot more comfortable. I
County,
didn't know about
yeah.
Yeah. So we out there on the field, and then you got parents still to this day. When my daughter got married, the DJ was so happy to be DJing and play, and he played it, and like for the older people that was in there,
Yeah,
they were like, boy, that's a hurtful song.
Yeah.
Don't you tell them to cut that song up? So I started ducking down in the seat. I'm like, oh Lord, there you go again.
Man, every artist got some, once you kind of grow up, you got some cringe in the moments.
Yeah, I be like,
I got songs, I be like, man, please don't play that, bro.
Don't play that one.
If you love me, you would not play that.
For real.
But that's how funny how life is, because you wouldn't think that'll be your number one biggest hit.
I ain't gonna lie, I would.
You did?
No, the song is phenomenal. And see, I'm gonna tell you how dope
But
the
you
song
heard the catalog?
Hey, man, bro, look, when that guitar lick hit,
Oh,
you can stop it.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta play. When you just play that piece, everybody know what it is.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
those are the kind of songs, man.
Yeah.
That's iconic song. Like I don't care if you in Houston, I don't care if you in Mississippi, I don't care where you at. When that guitar come on, as soon as it hit,
Yeah.
we already know what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's a beautiful. So what happened in Hawaii, man? I'm trying to get down. I don't know nothing about this.
Hawaii, man.
So when we first got there, we was thinking that, especially being in Hawaii, we never.
First, you got to tell them who was on the tour first.
So
Who I was on that
so
tour.
Face wasn't flying at the time, so he wasn't there. So Big Mike was there.
Okay.
Bushwick was there. The Baby Ghetto Boss
Yep.
was there. Drunk D and
Ghetto.
Mom was there.
In Barnum.
I can't remember his mom.
Barnum wasn't there, but
But I know Drunk was there. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember. I can't remember. But DJ Quick was on
DJ Quick was
the
there.
ticket.
Okay.
And
Boss was there.
Oh, yeah.
She was there, and so when we land in Honolulu, and that's where the army base is at. So like we like, man, let's walk around a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And I had just got out of bed, so I didn't like. We chose going to Hawaii over dropping the album. Because we might not ever get a chance to go. We're not knowing that we gonna go some other place.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was like, so we chose to go to Hawaii. Like, man, y'all put the project out, or y'all want to go to Hawaii and have fun?
Yeah.
Like, no, we're gonna go to Hawaii.
Yeah, they was on our ass too.
So we shot over there.
Studio time. Yeah, y'all know y'all got.
Yeah.
We put all our stuff in the hotel.
They just called us about this trip though.
Yeah. We'll get to that. Yeah.
Right. So we put our stuff in the hotel, and we walking down the sidewalk, and we see two people, Hagen and Tony Hagen and
Oh yeah, from the hood.
and Roger. They was already waiting on it. They heard we was coming, so
Yeah.
they come from the base.
Right.
And they come down the sidewalk. So we meet them, talk to them. They like, we gonna come to the show and all that. So we go, so we chill, whatever, go Jack in the Box, whatever. We go back to the room, and then we Bushwick, boy, he hot.
Wait, but before you tell that, you gotta when we get to the hotel, as soon as we get in the lobby, the police just come out.
Yeah.
Say, hey, y'all stop right here. They just see a bunch of brothers from this. We look suspicious.
Right.
Just a bunch of us.
Yeah.
We walk in the hotel. They was like, stop. Okay, we just got to tell y'all something. Don't do this.
Right.
We better not catch y'all doing this. You spit on the sidewalk.
Could spit on the sidewalk.
Going to jail.
Some kind of.
We watching y'all. So after that, we was like, oh man.
But it's just the first island.
Yeah, this the
So
first
like,
island.
that's what we ran to it on that. So Bushwick come out the woodworks. He hot. He didn't throw a chair through the patio glass. And I want my money. I want my money. And he hot. So he's like, so For some reason, he was like, man, I gotta blow some steam off. So he like, man, come down here with me. We go down to the gift store. And this little gift store on the corner. It's for the tourists to go in or whatever. And like man, what we want out of here? So we walking around in the store and all that. So Bush would say, hey, hand me that backpack, G. So I get in the backpack. He put it on his back. He say, everything I hang, just put it in the bag, G.
Oh, man. Come on, Bill.
Bill got some stories, man. Bill got some stories.
Yeah.
So when he said that, I'm like, hey, Bill, I ain't going to jail nothing. I don't want to go to jail.
Yeah.
He say, man, look, everything I give you, just put it in the bag. They're going to let me make it because I'm Bushwick, man. And everything was like the whatnots. Like he was grabbing it. Yeah. Like none of the stuff he was giving me made sense to go in that bag. Yeah. He ain't need none of it. Right. And
I need a Jerry curl hat.
We walked out of the place and I'm looking at the cashier because I'm like, don't make see we finna go to jail. Right. The cat, then he not even looking at Bush, but he looking at me. Yeah. I'm like, I ain't still nothing. He's like, follow me. I'm like, oh Lord, so I'm sweating all the way back. Bushwick got a whole backpack full of whatnots going down the sidewalk. And you know he about this tall. Right. His pace was fast, but it looked like we weren't never going nowhere.
Yeah. 8 steps in one.
I'm like, look at this. But that was just a story that started our whole Hawaii trip out.
So he was good though.
He was good.
Oh yeah, he was good. But he did the same thing again in the mall. He changed shoes, put them back in the box, took a pair of shoes, changed them all, and did it right in front of the dude. He said, just bring me a size. Bring me a size. And he put the old shoes in the shoebox and put the new ones on. And this man, I still remember this one toy that he stole that made me took me back to Chucky. Yeah. This man stole, you know how you one of the things, the karaoke things you can record yourself on? Yeah. It was a little bitty box with a microphone on it for a kid. Yeah. That man stole that box, man.
I want it all.
Man stole that box. We was in the mall, man. I'm like, man, we need to go to the car, man.
The crazy thing about Bushwick, you hear stories like that all the time, but that dude is so intelligent.
Yeah, man, that's smart. Man, I had a chance to talk to him before.
Yeah, we did too.
Yeah, man, that stuff was crazy. Like, just to hear him finally talk for a length of time. Yeah. Because all we ever seen him was, he smoked the weed. Recipe.
Something.
Yeah, and then he'll do this. The last concert we was at when Run DMC was performing, he did the sympathy thing. Like he was, he had them dudes. He was like, man, things is bad, man. And I'm like, we looking at him like me and Rock. And I went there for one reason, to see what Reverend Ron was going to say, because he changed to a Reverend. We knew this. We bought tickets to go there to see. I didn't know if I wanted to rap again. And Rock was like, we're going to go. So we backstage, and Bushwick playing this role like life is bad. It ain't no good. Nothing. And I'm looking at him like, man, this dude. So deep, man, Bushwick, what you need, man? He say, I got an ounce of weed.
Bring my checkbook, man.
I got an ounce of weed for you. Hey, man, people just hand their cater to him, and I'm looking at him like, man, if you raise them glasses up, if you raise them shades up, I know you bullshitting up under that man. You got these people though. So just to chill with him the last few, when he called me to break him out the hospital. And I say, man, I'm not doing that, Bill. He like, man, come get me, G. I'm gonna go out the back door, and I'm just give me in, and we go. I'm like, man, I stopped answering my phone. I'm like, man, I would never hit.
Don't want to be responsible. Yeah. It's funny. Everybody, whoever passed through Houston, definitely, but everybody got a Bushwick Bill story. If you've been around him 2 minutes. You got a story.
We interviewed him right before.
I think we did the last interview.
We did like the last interview.
What really happened in Hawaii, we had a fight with some Samoans, man.
That was the last island. We were Maui and the Waikiki was the last. That's what we were.
Yeah, we were far from Island to Island.
It was like the rocks.
The Booyah tribe back in the day.
Oh man, their feet were so big they couldn't wear shoes, bro.
Man.
They just But we got to this last hotel, man. They had a club in the bottom. We didn't even know. We went and did the show, came back, but the whole while, Drunk D trying to holler at this one Hawaiian chick.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of them. You know, after the show, there was so many people back at the hotel, but we not knowing it's a club in there.
Right.
So Drunk D trying to holler at the girl, and she had a brother, which was one of the Samoans. So Drunk D go to the restroom. It's two of them. They like, oh man, like 7. They like 7'2".
Yeah.
I was in there with him actually.
Yeah.
I was in there with him when they came in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he came. I'm standing around the corner. He said, he come running. He said, man, they trying to jump me. I said, who? I turned around. Big boy was just, me.
That's who.
That's who. Yeah.
I said, God.
Yeah. One
So-
dude looked like a they.
So DJ Quick and his bodyguard, when he said that, it was like we was all in the lobby, like right there. So Big Bundy, he passed away
Big
too.
Bundy, yeah.
He was right there.
He
so
was the only one matched up with him.
Man,
Yeah.
he hit that dude in the chest with two hand palm in his hand. Whoa!
Yeah.
and man, knocked that dude way over there. So after
That boy
that,
was like a big old, you know, he was going back slow.
Yeah.
Boom,
Right.
boom.
Right.
man, it was
We
a
looking
big
to see if he was going
man,
to
I
fall.
don't
He
know,
came back.
called him, or texted him, or told him like it's the island against them dudes.
Ooh.
Man, they started coming out at that club.
Yeah.
Man, left and right.
Yeah.
Left and
We was in
right.
trouble.
Left
One
and
of them came out the club low. He fighting on the staircase while they coming up the stairs. One that slipped by.
Yeah.
BW fighting one. And the dude just come behind BW and just catch him. BW stunned. He come back and he come out with the strap at this time. Now he waving it. But the dude that hit him, I got him in the radar. I was like, nah, I'm gonna get you.
Yeah.
So he tried to take out running out the door outside the hotel. So while he running, I'm running too. And while I'm going out the door, I grabbed the ashtray.
The old ashtray with the
Stand
sand
up
in it.
ones
Oh,
in the
One with the
bank.
sand in it.
Yeah.
They put the cigarette out.
I grabbed one of them
Yeah.
while I'm running out the door, and I just fuck up.
Yeah.
Then after the girl was hollering, get off our island, go back to the big island.
That's how we knew. That's how we
Drunk
knew
D
it was
slapped
against us.
It done went all the way up.
Shut up.
Yeah.
So now I done hit this dude. He done fell. I know he messed up. I'm like, hey y'all, retreat, Decepticons, retreat.
Yeah, the whole his
They say the
whole
police
top of
coming.
his ear came off.
Yeah, when they say the police was coming, I automatically snapped back to when we first got there in the lobby.
They gave y'all
When they
that
said, hey,
speech.
yeah, my mind. They say, because they said if you go to jail, you ain't going, your first court date ain't going to be.
Couple months.
Yeah, a few
Yeah.
months. So
Yeah.
you're going to get
Where
left.
you going? You can't run off the
Can't go.
island.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Man, we went to the rooms by 5 o'clock that morning. Beep, beep, beep. Knock on the door. Come down to the lobby. The police here. I was like, man.
Yeah.
Let me change clothes. I don't need nobody. They say we all look alike, so if I change clothes,
It wasn't me.
It
Yeah.
wasn't me.
That was the
But they
freest
got us
law
lined
in the
up.
world.
Yeah.
they got it now.
Every time we
lined up.
think we going to jail, but every time they pointed at somebody, they say, "Man, we ain't say." He said it wasn't him.
Right.
Yeah.
Lord, it was, yeah.
I get down there, man. The dude I hit with the ashtray, he standing by the police with stitches,
Yeah.
bandages. I was like, oh man.
Right.
I'm standing up. They was like, who was it? Him. Pointed dead at me.
Oh, we pointed at you.
Yeah,
Okay.
you going straight at it.
I say, sir, I never saw this guy before in my life.
Yeah.
I got an early flight in the morning. Y'all disturbing my sleep. What's going on?
Yeah.
I did the hang loose. No, you do this out there, you good.
Right.
It's like, man, I don't know what's going on.
Like a Lolo.
Never saw this guy before in my life, and y'all disturbing my sleep. I got an early flight in the morning.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sorry, sir. We truly apologize.
He said it wasn't him.
You may
That's what
go
he said.
back. Yeah.
He said it was. He said it wasn't
He
him.
said it wasn't him, man. So who was it? It was him. I never saw this guy. I was asleep. They let me make it, man.
But we had some good performances though.
I
Hey, I already know. That was right there.
We
Man,
rocked out, man.
that lineup, we performed.
Yeah.
We performed on this one beach. It started raining, had a little tent,
Oh, man.
and was 3-2 out there too?
No, he wasn't.
It wasn't there.
Mike.
Big Mike.
Yeah.
Big Mike. But man, we had man, we had some performers out the world. DJ Quick, you know, he like, man, I do this. I'm an engineer.
Right.
So he was a sound man.
They show y'all was right.
He was a sound man.
Right.
We did sound check. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Quick had it right, man.
Man, that's dope.
This one more part of this story, man, I got to tell. It was so funny, man. So we get to the second island where the show was outside at, right? So we got a little time to kick it. We trying to, you know, enjoy ourselves, man. So we finna go swimming. So when you come outside the hotel, it's the ocean right there.
Yeah.
Big ass cliff. You know, we see somebody way over there just jump off the cliff. We like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Big Mike said, fuck that, I'm gonna do it too.
Yeah.
No, nigga, we don't do shit like that.
Yeah. You jump in the water?
Yeah, go. So we walk way over there, man, climb up the cliff. Big Mike, Drunk D, they jump in the water, man. I'm like, man, I hope these guys don't fall on the rocks, man. But
ain't lying.
when they made it, I was like, woo, they made it. Should I do it? Should I go? Nah, I'm gonna say that, man. I'm gonna say that.
I don't want to stay in Hawaii, man. I want to go back home, man.
Yeah, I ain't good for that.
I'm gonna say that one, man.
Man, that's cool.
But yeah, that was
Hawaii
fun
is
trip,
fun,
bro.
man. First time I went out there, the sand would have you tripping because it don't clog up.
Yeah.
No matter how wet it is, it just stays.
Just stay being sand.
Yeah.
Man, let me ask y'all a quick transition real quick. So music today, I always like to ask artists just from our era back in the day who seen the grind, how it was back then, getting in a van or taking the product on the road and all that, and now transitioning into the digital side of it, man. How have that transition been for y'all, and what are your comparisons as far as the difference between then and now?
I still haven't actually caught, because I don't really have enough time. I wish I did. Still haven't actually caught how they really working it.
Yeah.
But it ain't no different from changing from an 8-track to a cassette tape to a CD to now it's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't no difference, but it's a big difference.
Yeah.
If I'm saying it right.
Yeah.
Like so I still haven't grabbed how the streaming thing go, because like we used to sell copies.
Right.
And you sell a certain amount of copies, you sell 1 million copies, you rich. But now you gotta sell 1 million streams and get a couple dollars.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's why I asked. Yeah.
One big difference I noticed, as far as making the music, it has got much easier. As far as putting it out, has got easier.
Yeah.
That's that part, because
You don't have to depend on the label no more.
it was hard to get in the
Actually, you
studio
know,
back then, or even get with producers that'll work with you if you ain't had that bread right.
Right.
So yeah, it made it easy to put out music. So that's why the industry is so flooded with a whole lot of music, because these youngsters just in the room. We had to go to the studio, now they're in the bedroom making their own beats.
Exactly.
They record right there, mix it, put a little mix on it, and put it out the same night, shoot a little video in the studio. Wham, there you go.
What y'all think about the new art? Y'all got any new artists that y'all like, or y'all the old man on the porch like, man, this and that? Do y'all got any?
I can never be the old man on the porch,
Yeah,
because I came from studying the craft before I even got in it. You know, just being a fan of music, period.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna change. Everything gonna change. So it's either you keep up with it or you don't.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I try to motivate. You know, if they ask questions or they need some advice, I try to give it to them, or any way I can help.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why as far as me being a rapper, you know, we went to a convention one time in New Orleans, a music convention, man. It was one of these big actors. I can't remember his name, but he said, man, don't just be a rapper. Learn to do something else in the business. There's so many things you can do.
That's a fact.
And when he said that, you know, since I was in the studio a lot at Jungle Style watching Mike Dean and Beto, and Joe, I was like, man, I want to learn how to produce. I seen Blind Rob come in the studio, got on that MPC, man, and started cooking up. I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
So I started learning, you know. So as far as being a producer and learning how to engineer in the studio, just from that point, has changed a whole lot. So these kids, man, they just putting out music like crazy.
Yeah.
And you got to, right now, we got to try to keep up with them.
Nah,
They gonna put out 3 albums in 2 months.
I actually like a lot of the new music.
Yeah.
I catch myself, you know.
Oh yeah.
With the rhymes and the music part, and then I got a 21-year-old he in college now, but like growing up with him, and then I got 11-year-old in the house.
They keep you up now.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want them saying, man, Dad, you too old, man. Go on, because they don't know a lot of the stuff that we listen to.
Right.
So then I'm just a music fan of all music. So just being that part of it, and then like I said, they ain't putting out no bad music. They putting out some pretty decent music, and then like they made it work for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it had to be something that for them to be selling this many copies, or selling out these shows, and doing, because for us making getting $40,000 a show.
Yeah.
How they doing right now?
That's crazy.
You know what? That's if you got a deal, man. But there's so many rappers right now putting out music that don't do no show.
Yeah.
They just getting a check.
Yeah.
Right. So
In the room, in their back room.
And they cool with that. It's residuals.
And I come across artists all the time, like on YouTube, that I never heard their name before, and then somebody put you up on, you'll stumble across.
600,000 followers.
Like, man, this dude is popping. I ain't never heard it do before.
Never heard it before in my life.
But it's a freedom that was gained from by artists for that, because like you said, we was kind of confined in that whole mentality of got to get on a label,
Right.
this way. But now that internet had opened it up to where if you got a little creativity and a little expertise on how to just get it out, man, you can full control, full ownership, and you getting paid. So I salute a lot of our young people. It's a lot of content that we got to clean up for the sake of our young people that's coming up.
Right.
But as far as the business side and the creativity, you can't do nothing but salute that, man.
Right. And do y'all mentor others, like other groups that's coming up? Do they ever reach out to you and say anything? Because I know the middle fingers, you can tell they got their inspiration from y'all. That group Bun put together,
Yeah.
you can tell.
Okay. We
Shout out to Middle Fingers, man.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
So when we do interviews, they'll ask who y'all would like to do a song with, or who y'all like and stuff like that. And some of those guys that like they remind themselves of us. And then I'm like, man, them dudes that okay. Yeah. So then it's some dudes I'm like, I don't know how far it's gonna go, because they take the music and they get a little money, and then now they turn to a person that they never was. And they throw it all away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the only part I don't like, man. I'm hearing boys talking about spraying the block up, coming down in a Bentley, a drop top Bentley with some Gucci slides and all kind of stuff on, with your jewelry on, and you jump out with a big top and that sounds stupid.
So
we ain't go together.
That's because you know that.
we all knew rapping what you were doing wasn't gonna last long.
Yeah.
So that's what they're doing right now. Like, so they're making good music. Okay, boom, we got a good hit, and then now we gotta do what we saying because they ain't gonna believe us no more. And then they kill their whole career.
Come on, man.
Behind trying to prove that this what we really do. And then what's crazy about it, they don't even be thinking. They don't even think about the steps.
They tell themselves, keep a phone with them.
Yeah.
Tracking device. They call it.
Right. So one dude asked me, say, what dude would you like to do a song with? So I told him, a young group of guys, whatever. I told him who I will. I say, but I'm not really willing to go to do the song at his spot.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what they got going on. I do the verse and I shoot it back to him.
Right.
So I'm like, no, I ain't made it this far to crash out on something that I don't even know they got going on.
What role did we play in that, as far as a lot of the downfall of that generation? Because that's always been an argument, man.
Yeah.
The OGs ain't. They not. It's a disconnect. The youngsters ain't listening, and OGs ain't trying to reach out.
That ain't true.
So what's
that's
let me hear what you.
That's not true. It's just it's not enough of them listening to like we too old to give good advice. They're not listening to the advice because the masses of so you got these younger dudes. They got a group of people following them, so they have to live up to that. They're not saying, man, stop now, let me listen to my OG, and then I'm gonna give y'all some game. So they looking at them like, and then they like, I ain't really got no guidance from nobody. So like I gotta show these dudes the way I know how.
Right.
So it ain't really no teaching no more. Right. So they not listen. It's not enough. It's not enough. Like even if you had say tomorrow, next week to give everybody enough time. I want all the youngsters to come through. We're gonna give y'all some good advice on how to stay out here, how we live this long, and then you look up. It may be 2 or 3 people that show up because they don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear it because we don't know what we're talking about. So it makes it harder for a person that really wanted help. Like when Buster got out there and talked recently, when he showed how he did everything and how he lived and he wanted the youngsters to come together, it might have touched some of the masses of it. But other than that was just happened that day. Yeah. And then tomorrow we back to where we were.
What do you think about the attention span these days now?
Oh, that's nasty.
You don't come with it in that first.
Ain't no patience no more. You know, I did 7 years in prison, so I ain't have no choice but to learn how to have patience because it wasn't like, okay, I see you tired, I'm gonna let you go. So no, I had to. There was something that had to grow on me. And it took that, and then I had to use that in life after that. So not being in nothing, not going through nothing, don't give no patience to know the attention span. The attention span is very small. Like I can't wait on this. You know, we was at McDonald's, and they take too long to cook the food. 9 times out of 10, I'm pull off and go somewhere else and make it a little quicker. That's how quick the span, you know what I'm saying, is to these youngsters.
I was wondering, do that have a sort of like a connection to where the disconnect is coming from?
It's the right now thing. Like my son wanted everything right now.
Right now.
And I'm like, man, it don't happen like that.
Yeah, IG stands for instant gratification.
That's deep.
That's what we want.
Instant gratification.
Can we teach him though? Because I'm one of the people. I don't believe that it's a lost cause or hope is lost. I think we have to make them understand the leadership role that they have, whether they know it or not, whether they want it or not.
Right.
Like when Lois said talking about the young artists that I gotta try to live up to what my homeboys want me to be, instead of reversing that thinking to say, well, hold on, I'm the one that blew up and I'm out there.
Right.
I need to lead them.
Right.
Is it possible to show them like, no, bro, no, y'all ain't gotta sell dope no more. Y'all ain't gotta try to pull up on nobody no more. Follow me. I done gave y'all an example of how to transition out of there, which was supposed to be the goal anyway.
Right.
You know, you don't have a net worth of $10-15 million and you still on the block trying to do this and do that. Yeah. And if you got a partner that's doing that, hey man, let me give you a job. Let me employ you in a different capacity. Right. And if he don't want to take to that, then you can't make him.
You can't make him.
Send him on back. Yeah.
But at least present the opportunity.
Man. But they got to be taught leadership and understanding of who they are. Like, dude, God ain't blessed you to be in that position for nothing. Ain't no accident that you up there like that. Yeah. Now the question is, we all get a blessing, but what we gonna do with it? Like many are called, if you were chosen.
Exactly.
What you gonna do with it? Because we done seen so many people get it and then lose it, fumble it. Yeah. You know, so we just gotta just teach them, man. But y'all, man, those some great points, man. That y'all.
Man, I got one more question on that topic, man. As far as the change of the music from back then till today. So one problem I got with it is that, like, when we was coming up, you know, we was inspired by artists before us, but it was one rule. You can't bite they style.
No, come on.
You got to sound. You got to have your original style.
They ain't worried about that no more.
So right now,
you can't even get in the game unless you sound like somebody else.
They just erase that completely off the tape. Everybody, okay. Oh, he saw. Oh, I'm him now.
I can sound you. You sound like him.
I'm gonna tell you what's not embarrassing about that.
What's that?
Because when Michael Jackson had the penny loafers and the glitter glove and the jacket with all the zippers. How many people in the audience wore that jacket and them penny loafers? And how many times did Michael Jackson get mad at any one of them?
I mean, that's different though.
No, I'm just saying though. I'm just saying. I know it's different, but I'm just saying though. If you look at it like that, like Future ain't mad because they done brought it up to Future. Man, you don't think he sound like, hey man. So everybody knows that.
He said something about what's my man name?
The one that sounds just like his designer.
Yeah. He said something about him, man.
Right,
I thought that was Future.
No, I'm telling you why though. Because that song he had,
it sounds just like
it. And it was doing so good, Future kind of got like, man, he stole my style and he finna win with it.
Threatening my money.
So I mean, that's for anybody.
See, it would be like if you open up a restaurant and then I open up one right across the street, and I'm selling the same
stuff you got.
My burger tastes just like Ron got Thrill Burger. I got Thrill Burger.
I got some real burgers.
So your mind, right. So your mind, you like, dude, you going into my money. You playing my money because now, what happens is the credit to Future is that he created a style that nobody had ever done before. But the problem when you create something, people gonna copy it and emulate it. So now it saturates the market, and now your original thing that you started is people
It's
desensitized.
Right, you almost forgot about it.
So that's a tough thing. You know, it just that competitive nature we had back in the days mixed in with us wanting to just. Like, I don't even want to sound like him.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, I'm going to get mad if you tell me I sound like
somebody. For real. That happened with DMG and Face. When I first got out, and I told Rock, I said, that dude sound just like, he sound just like Face. He was like, man, no, he don't. Well, he really don't. But this was somebody, too, man. Did he actually pass?
I don't know. Is it?
They said that, but they said they saw him at a concert not too long ago.
Okay, I take that back.
We'll find out.
So they don't really know for sure. He hadn't came in.
What you just said, bro, that's so. He said he sound like, but he really don't. See, sometimes people sound on impact. You catch inflections
off the real
voices, but the more you listen to him, it's like, nah, he really don't.
He really don't. And you know, when he said that, I guess it was just because I was used to hearing Face. And then when I heard him, and people say sometimes I sound like Face on certain songs, or, you know what I'm saying? But who wouldn't like on the McDowell, on the Coming to America. McDowell. It's like you'll make it personal think in the mind like I want it, and then you'll go give it a try. You know what I'm saying? You know, with the ear though, it's a lot different. But you know, like I say, when I heard that, I told Rock, I say something. Then I started listening to him more. He really didn't, but this was somebody that he probably was an idol of. And I'm gonna tell you.
He said that.
See, it's a difference between I can't help the way my natural voice sounds. So if I'm speaking in my natural tone and it kind of sound, or you kind of sound just, that's my natural tone. But that's a difference between intentionally strategize and just I'm gonna say that just like he said, like when Pac died and all them Pac imitators was coming out. And you can find songs that they did 8 years ago where they wasn't sounding nothing like that. And all of a sudden you sounded just like. So it's about intention with me. You know what I'm saying? If you set not to duplicate somebody, nah. But if you just, hey man, if I happen to sound, hey, that's how I talk, man. I don't mean to sound like this.
I mean, you know, Chris Brown sound like Michael Jackson a little bit, but he got his own. You know, and that's how he said that was his favorite person. You know what I'm saying? So he took a little bit from that.
And Mike took some stuff.
Man, look, when Jay Brown. They like to compare Chris Tucker and DC Young Fly all the time. But when you into both of them, they really don't. They different. You know what I'm saying? I like both of them. So like now I see where y'all kind of see that
coming from.
They really different.
Right.
But the E point though, that biting was like that's against the law.
That was a crime.
I think when y'all had it like that, it pushed the game forward. It made everything a lot more better. Even creating in the same studio.
Man,
you know.
I know y'all had them moments like, I don't know what Lord right.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters. No, we gonna see. Look, let me show you what I got right quick. You gonna take him out like he be going hard right there. Like, hey, let me show you what I got right quick. You know what I'm saying? And you said they were like, cause we like we want to make sure. We on the same page.
We leveling up.
Like I know, look, cause we three different people. But we fit one boy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the gangster kid, the Loud Street Strangler, the stupid fucking, I'm the cocaine wrangler. Just so, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, so when we sharing that with each other, right? It's like, oh, that boy came hard.
For the sake of the song, but I gotta bring you up my level.
Right.
And then we'll say, Oh man, I gotta change my whole verse.
That's what I'm about to say. I know what I'm about to say. When you say
y'all-
keep this out, he's like,
I ain't gonna lie.
Put that
Yeah,
shit.
change my whole
Boy,
verse.
y'all some good dudes, boy. Y'all some good dudes. 'Cause we ain't do it like that. Like, I ain't telling you nothing. You ain't gonna hear what I say till I go in the booth.
That's it.
And if I go in that booth and I see you doing this here, no.
I'm saying that.
Yeah. But you know, y'all way really the
That's a
right way.
murderer.
All of us are like that. I ain't gonna hear what Klondike Cat saying until he get in. And in my mind, I gotta be kind of nervous, worried about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hope you looking at your verse 2 or 3 times, like, cause he over there doing his here, like, he know he got something, you know. And then you know Nip feeling, ain't no telling what he gonna say. But in reality, y'all way in the right way because at the end of the day, it's about the song,
Right.
Yeah.
The overall song being right, man. So y'all working on anything new that we can talk about, man?
Yeah, I'm working on some new music. We all working on something.
Yeah, all the time.
Solo and collective.
Yeah.
So we still, you know, because we don't have our third leg with Dub. He kind of, you know, he said he threw with after he lost his dad. He said he kind of
Respect.
Yeah. So
man.
without our third leg, you know what I'm saying? It's like it really ain't a Fifth Ward boy thing. We'll say it,
Right.
and then we'll wind up coming with a lot of solo project stuff.
Right.
You know where we at? You know what I'm saying? We dropped a couple songs. We dropped Another Level.
Yeah.
We dropped My City with Bun and Kiki on.
Yeah.
And,
Remember that one?
Yeah.
So we worked at it towards it. I got 2 solo projects out right now.
Right.
Yeah, and
What's the name of them?
one of them called Residential Area. That's the last one I dropped.
Yeah.
And the other one is Nonfiction. I dropped that one.
Available everywhere.
Everywhere. I'm gonna redrop Nonfiction because I didn't know how to drop stuff at one time, and I dropped a couple singles.
Yeah.
And iTunes and what's it called rejected it because they said the music was already out, and I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna actually. Now that I got everything signed up, I'm actually gonna redrop the project.
Repackage it.
Yeah, I got a joint called Turning Heads with P.W.A and Kiki on it. It's pretty jamming, so I'm pushing that one right now until this next project come out. It was just a single though, so I'm finna be dropping EPs right now because like you saying, the attention span is short, so it ain't no need to drop a full album right now. So
Boyz making songs that's 1 minute and 52 seconds.
Man,
songs is 2 minutes long now.
Yeah, just quick. And if it vibe hard enough, they'll go ahead and put some more on.
Make them want some
That's
more.
You inspired me though. I told you when you dropped that, what you did, 7,000 songs.
7 a day.
Yeah, I was like, boy, that boy fool.
And then he backed over with the 4-piece.
Yeah, man. I'm like,
You a legend, bro. I was jamming you before we started rapping, man. I got one question for you, man. Do you still got the Black Bible?
Oh, come on, man. Come on. Look. It ain't just one no more.
I know, it's a plethora.
I think we on number 15 now. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull them all out one day and one time. And then,
Yeah, they gonna have to put them in the museum, man. That's what I've been.
Man,
Hey, you inspired me, dog. You know what I'm saying? You know,
man.
Big inspiration, man.
you
Bro,
know,
I'm so proud of y'all because, like I say, man, we don't really get a chance to see each other and chop it up.
Man, we gotta do this, man. We gotta do this more often, man.
And y'all are legends, man. Y'all are legends. Y'all are staples in this hip hop game,
Appreciate it, man.
in this city, man. And the things that y'all have done because you know we know the Ghetto Boys. We know Devin the Dude, the people who have hit that national, international stage. But man, y'all mark is just as important, brother.
Right,
And to keep doing it and still be doing it. Like I opened the show when y'all came on that stage. Here come the crowd.
Yeah, they.
and I didn't see that none that night.
Yeah.
You know, and I love everybody with that
Yeah.
voice, but I didn't see. So that's the thing I go for. Is like to still have that magnetism and still have that love, bro. That's
That mean a lot,
to
man.
y'all work, man. So,
That make it hard to stop. You know, that's motivation.
No,
No,
we don't
no.
retire. We just take breaks.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
hiatus.
we ease back a little
Yeah.
bit. You know what I'm saying? Turn the fire down on the. You know what I'm saying? Don't get on the main course, let it simmer a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, and just get back at it. You know, I got some other stuff going on too.
Yeah.
With
He
the
shoot
movie.
movies and stuff. man.
Yeah. Let's get into that. Yeah.
So I'm in the movie right now. Rondo is about we almost through with it. It's shot by another guy, but it's Robot, Mac Vision film. And anyway, I was in another movie that he did that we still reshooting some parts on that Hidden Licks.
Yeah.
And then I also got my own movie that I'm writing. I got a short film, $1 Million Bond, that I'm writing on right now. And I'm almost through with Sorry Not Sorry.
Man.
Yeah. You know, so you can find a pilot to Sorry Not Sorry on YouTube.
Come on, man.
Yeah. That's dope.
CORPRICH.
Diversifying the hustle, man. And,
Right.
You know, rap has afforded us the opportunity to get involved in other ventures as well. You know, we ain't gonna never leave our foundation for rap, but as you grow, you get into different things.
Right.
And want to get into
And that's me just being black.
Yeah.
Makes you're not just good at one thing.
No
We
question.
multi-talented.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, no question about it. Fifth Wall Boy. Hey man, thank y'all so much, man. Y'all got Instagram information y'all want to get real quick?
Oh yeah, they can follow me on Instagram, eRock Fifth Ward Boys, EROCK 5TH Ward Boys with a Z. Yeah.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, I gotta look at it.
Hey man, it's all good.
So,
Hey, look, and I appreciate my brother. Man. Go ahead, Lo.
No, you good, yeah. So mine is Fifth Ward Boy _NUE Life 7.
And we'll put it up on the screen
There
in
you
the
go.
description for
Yeah.
sure.
And
And look, y'all, it's hot in here.
Yeah.
So I appreciate my brother sitting here all the time. We've been the whole time. We've been trying, you know, we just
all good,
ain't
man.
popping on the
Good
weekend.
cause,
Man.
man.
But man, I'm so
Good
grateful to
cause.
y'all, man. This is a dope conversation. And anytime y'all want to come through, more than welcome, man. So we
Appreciate it, man.
y'all,
Let me
I want to give a shout out to the
whole.
whole SPC though, the whole
Man.
SPC.
Man.
Exactly, man.
Man,
especially that scallywag on inside.
Oh yeah, you talking about me?
Right. Yeah, hold on, let me see. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah.
yeah, shout out to the terrorists, Dope E.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yes, sir.
Gangsta Up.
Man.
The whole South Park Coalition.
Grim. Hey man,
I
I
put a
was
staple in the
See what I'm
song.
saying?
Man.
38.
Man.
Man, look, I went to
Oh,
school.
come on,
Was
man.
man,
Yeah, sure,
hey
right.
man, Hunter Ballou, man, look, we used to all know
House
House
Palooza.
Yeah, man, I used to tear that song out the
Yeah.
frame. We used to go there, we had
Big old
shows
club,
there.
man.
Yeah, man, you know, so we round that whole H time.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You know,
Shout out to all our Latino fan base and people that show us, man, number love.
Much love, man.
Yeah, y'all go follow my TikTok page too. It's up there right now. 7 NUELIFE _Life 7.
Man.
Yeah.
He killing the TikTok, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna catch up in a few minutes, man.
Me too,
Catch up with
man.
you.
I'll be on that. I come to stuff right when it's already played out. So I'll be on TikTok in about 5 years when they done started something else up.
Right.
I just got on Instagram last year.
But he tearing it up though.
Yeah, my kids keep me up on.
Yeah.
They like, man, Dad, you got to step your game up.
Yeah,
So,
people are getting deals off of TikTok, man.
Yeah, no doubt. That's where it's at, though, man. So I'm gonna get more involved.
Yeah,
with
we
it, man.
appreciate y'all having us, man.
Anytime, bro.
Man, Houston-
Fifth Wall Boys,
Houston
man.
ain't Houston without Fifth Ward.
Without a doubt, man. Salute, man. Underground Dialogue Podcast with the name.
Peace and love,
Man,
man.
we out.
What's up, man? It's your big brother K Reno, and check this out, man. The Underground Dialogue Podcast is offering advertising opportunities, man. You can promote your business, you can promote your video, your song, whatever it is that you have, man. Reach out to us if you're interested in promoting on the Underground Dialogue Podcast. All you got to do is email us at undergrounddialoguepodcast@gmail.com. Get it. And man, look, we got some merch that's gonna blow y'all mind. It's gonna blow y'all. When y'all see the merch, y'all gonna be wanting to just dive through the screen.
We got some coming for you, man. We building, man. We building. So watch that we grow.
Already.
I wonder if they ready. They ain't ready to have this conversation. Or these kind of conversations. But guess what? We gonna have them anyway. Underground dialogue. We gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are. Do we bow? No, not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. Underground dialogue. We gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are. Do we bow? No, not not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. From the industry to the Oval Office, we expose the darkest motives of them all and disclose what the protocol is. Thinking and moving logical, stopping every maneuver possible, and apologizing for truth is not optional. We gon' help you with what you go through, reshape and mold you, and sweep over them weak lies they told you. If you living with no clue, we gon' deprogram the old you, and you get to keep your soul too.